Hey guys, how you doing today? And today, we're talking about a very type of controversial lens that people are always talking about, and is actually the NiftyFifty. You have two types of 50. You have the NiftyFifty, and you also have the 50 millimeter STM. Now, a lot of people I've looked on the internet, and everybody says, "Oh, it's the STM. It's a far better lens because it has a metal base, it has a better housing, and the NiftyFifty or the Plastic Fantastic is just a cheap lens. It feels cheap, it's wonky, the focus ring is kind of loose, and you know what." I drank the Kool-Aid, and you know what, people are right, and I went and bought the 50 millimeter STM, and guess what? I was disappointed. Unless you have a camera, which I do, but unless you have a camera with dual focus with dual pixel autofocus, right? That may be the only time you'll be able to take advantage of this lens, because it's a focus by wire system. You don't have direct access on the focus ring like you do with the Plastic Fantastic. So and even though it's pretty responsive, it's not as adequate. So with the Plastic Fantastic, you put your finger on it, you can pull focus on it real quick, right? If you're doing the manual focus, and it's responsive, it's instantaneous, instant. Versus the STM, you feel that virtual lag, because that it's focused by wire. But I'm not gonna dog it. The STM has a very good construction. It's very well built compared to the Plastic Fantastic. But honestly, it's one of those deals where just buy both of them. But if it came down to it, the Plastic Fantastic is a far better lens in my opinion, right? Even though it has cheap construction, right? It's more versatile versus the STM. Now, the STM, I'll pair it up with any of my cameras that have dual pixel autofocus, and let the actual digic processor do the rest of the work. But when it comes to actual manual focus, I'm gonna rely on the 50 millimeter 1.8 version 2. Even though people say it's cheap, it's a very good lens. I've actually recorded a lot of footage on it. And overall, I think it's just a fantastic lens. And like I said, if you go on the internet, it's pretty much divided. People will probably say the STM, it's a far better lens. But it's all about, having control over the actual lens when you're focusing. And that false sense of reality or perception that you have when you're pulling focus, it doesn't do it for me. I have to go with the Plastic Fantastic. It's cheap, it's a good value for what you're getting for. If you buy used, probably about $50-$60 versus the STM. But it's gonna give you better performance. You're gonna be able to focus on the fly, and overall, you're gonna have that better organic feeling when you're focusing. Thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate it.